Welcome back to the On Game Show. This is Cam, Sly, and Cam.
Oh, we're recording. Okay,
Absolutely.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so straighten up.
Okay, welcome back to the On Game Show.
Don't do our intro, man.
Somebody's got to introduce you.
We got Colin back on. We got Colin back on.
He was so busy
Colin the
talking-
Futurist.
Hey!
Yeah, local artist here. And
Woohoo.
actually,
This is crazy.
check out his new video he just put out. He put out a bomb for your style. I'm actually very impressed.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Looks fucking
Shit was
great.
mid. Oh, appreciate that. It looked
Yeah,
great.
You actually recorded it.
So Cam's
So,
recording
yeah.
studio where we film out of here. Actually put up that video as well. Did the engineering for it. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, this fucking.
Yeah, you can't tell, but
I
he's
thought I felt a bump in my arm.
you gotta get checked. You want us to check it?
No, I just had to. Keep on.
Self-assessments are
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
So you can't tell by what he's wearing, but he is a successful studio here. Really
Yeah.
professional. If you want to hit him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we're dragging it, but
I'm dragging the hell out of it. But,
I first want to say some. By the time you're seeing this, there's something very important that happened that is historical. This past day and a half. I want to first say that we do have a responsibility, having any kind of platform whatsoever, big or small, that we say the facts correct about what happened. And, we are going to be throwing up some opinions. We are not a news outlet. So anything that we talk about, of course, fact check us. Don't rely on the On Game Show for your upcoming news, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about what our opinions are. So, as of last night at 2 a.m., Operation Midnight Hammer took place, and we bombed Iran and destroyed, hopefully for good, and we'll get into that, a lot of their nuclear sites. So, what do y'all think about that? I got the news at a pretty crazy venue where I was last night. I was at Cute Prom when I was there, and
That was pretty cool.
good job. That was I saw the whole thing. Yeah. So I was actually getting a grilled cheese, and a English woman, like an actual English woman from England, was making the grilled cheese and started telling her 9-year-old daughter that we just bombed Iran. That's how I found out.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, kind of interesting. But the biggest thing is, man, I think it's a scary step. I think it was a necessary step. But what do you guys think about it? Do you know anything about it?
who wants to go first?
I think my opinion is pretty short. I don't know a whole bunch about it. I have been watching kind of what's just been fed to me. I haven't done much of my own outlooking research on the situation. All I know is, from the point of view of just what I know about the situation, I do think that it's overall beneficial. I don't think that, obviously, I don't want us going to war. I don't want to see a World War III, but I mean, what can you do at some points, especially like in our, like, being us, like, what the hell are we can't stop any of that. I think that if they were nuclear sites, I think that it would be overall beneficial to take it out of their hands and not let them be able to cause terror.
Can I give you a brief rundown of what the last few weeks
Please.
looked like?
Please.
So, Israel and Iran have been at odds with each other for a very long time. We have tried to stop Iran for several decades from developing any kind of nuclear.
Skip forward to 20 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah, just because you're informed doesn't mean you're not informed. So the main thing is that obviously Israel has been attacking Palestine. Iran is obviously an ally of Palestine. So they launched a few days ago the largest bombardment of missiles.
I've seen a lot of videos of that.
Yeah, ever
Wow.
since. It's a historical thing. And Yeah, a bunch of them didn't go through because of the Iron Dome, but the retaliation on Iran was trying to take out its missile sites with short range missiles. But the U.S. is the only people that have B-1 bombers, which are able to carry in a direct drop with what we call bunker busters, which because all of the nuclear facility is about 300 feet under. So we launched that. When we did, we took out 3 of their sites. Well, we really don't know the full number, but
Right.
3 reported. It was a huge scale operation. The biggest controversy right now on both sides is President Trump did not get congressional approval to do this. And obviously, attacking a foreign adversary, one that we are not in a conflict with, and not going through the proper steps of doing it is concerning. It should be for anybody who is a patriot. There's been a number of additional things that have happened, but I'm not going to take 20 minutes.
Man, here's the hood translation, bro. If somebody swing at you, you got all rights to swing back. I get that. But the way that they swung back was egregious.
America?
Not even America. No, hell no. It's like somebody hit you and then.
No, I get that, but I'm just asking, like, from. I didn't know if you were saying that in.
No, I'm
point
talking
to-
about Iran and Israel. Like,
Okay,
it's
okay.
like, I see both sides of it. I definitely see both sides of it, but I just don't know what America has to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I get that we're the big brother, but
Well, Israel is an ally for one. We have to defend.
Yeah,
them.
and I get that.
Um,
But God damn.
And it's a horrible, horrible situation if Iran gets a nuclear weapon, because they do not like the West. They do not like Israel, and they will use it. It's without a doubt.
I'm sorry to cut you off. That one of the biggest videos I've seen so far was Iran's leader with the "Death to America." Was that who that was saying that when they were chanting "Death to America," burning the
I
flag?
didn't even see that.
It was it was like a thing within. I hope it wasn't AI generated. Y'all know AI does a lot of shit, but no, it was. I want to say the leader of Iran. And he was, of course, speaking another language, but it was translated saying "Death to America" and burning the flag and stuff. So I don't know. I think that was, I think, before the bombs were dropped. So I think, I don't know. I've seen Trump, doing his fucking tweeting and shit. He's been saying, that they must come to peace or else there will be like large actions taken. I don't know, like, because I'm not fully educated on it, and I
It's a
feel
lot,
like
bro. It's really a lot.
I
So-
feel like both of
It's a
them,
lot.
nobody wants to let up, and I'm not smart on how to deal with a situation like that on that grand scale.
Well, here's my concern. Okay, so one, Iran has already retaliated.
Mhm.
They did a whole nother barrage of missiles going in, and
Wait, since the U.S. hit them?
since then, yes.
Okay.
And here's the concern. So we have immobilizations already. Those big immobilizations where we were concerned about the amount of troops that were going over to Iran, they are within ballistic missile range of Iran, meaning that they could attack America indirectly, well, directly. Our
On their
service
soil,
members.
Yeah.
They're already targeting consulates. And the big concern is that we taking us back, to Joe Biden. We do not know how many people crossed our southern borders. And because of that, we think that there's quite a bit of possibly some Iran terrorist cells that are here.
Mhm.
There was already, we know for sure, a attack on a Wyoming church as of this morning. There was a few people injured, but they have not released if there's been a link to a terrorist cell or not. The other good thing on this is Iran has been dealing with a very conservative. Obviously, Iran's always been very conservative with their religion. Requiring people to wear, coverings and yeah, exactly. So the people are sick of it. The people of Tehran even in their capital have been striking and doing, riots, and the government has been really suppressing it. The Iran people are pretty on board with the U.S. actions, but obviously we're not worried about necessarily the civilians. I mean, we are worried about the civilians, but the civilians that don't want to fight are not going to be the ones that rise up against.
Right.
In terms of Iran going to war with them, they don't have a navy. They don't have an air force. It's not really going to be it's not going to be a huge fight, right? The concern is their allies.
That's what I was
The
gonna
whole
say.
Middle
Yeah,
East.
yeah.
So, they had some trade dealings where they were not able to. We put a pretty heavy embargo on them and stopped the sale of oil or purchasing their oil, and it kind of hit their economy pretty heavy. And now they are allied with China and Russia in order to buy their oil. So there is some tensions there of bombing them. Not only is our oil prices obviously going to go up, but obviously they're financially tied to some of our biggest enemies on the world stage right now. So
I know I made that joke about 20 minutes, 15 seconds, but that was actually very informative.
thank you.
Like,
Yeah, and it was very quick too.
Yeah.
I don't even think that was 20 minutes of explaining. Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much that I can go in on, and again, because I'm not as educated as you are by any means. I just know that what my hopes for it, I'll just say that my hopes for it is that it doesn't turn into a world war, especially with today's technology. I don't even know what that would look like. I mean, me and Demi were spitballing, what happens if like
Black Ops 3.
what if somebody's like
7.
But what if somebody's about to get taken over and they just drop a nuke and say screw it? There's a lot of
You're going to be the first one drafted, like, for real. I can't get drafted, Sly can't get drafted. Can you get drafted?
Until July. I can get
You won't get drafted.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
He dealing with ice right now. He can't get drafted.
Yeah. I see even more. You're like, man, he's a real thorn in the side over here.
dealing with some whole other shit.
I think when they ask me my weight, they're gonna be like, nah, 5'9", nah, we're good. 5'9", 230. Nah, man, I do hope though that it doesn't turn anything too crazy. I guess that's that for me. I hope that it stays under wraps and doesn't just turn into a big ass.
Well, another interesting thing that happened too is, so for a long time we've been dealing with North Korea, Kim Jong Un, a little bit worried about their missile program.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
I'm
kidding, Cameron. This is a joke. Don't guess.
Flip that
Calm the
chat.
Futures endorses Kim Jong Un.
Whoa.
That's the title. That's the title.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate it.
So
He's not reposting this one.
a little bit of concern on that front is we have heard radio silence from Kim Jong Un for about almost 2 years,
Mhm.
right? Just recently, about a week ago, he did 10 successful missile launches.
Kim
Meaning,
Jong-un?
yeah,
Mhm.
meaning he already had a nuclear program that has been. We actually don't know. Well, I'm sure we know. If not, and obviously we're gonna bomb the fuck out of you if you're close to getting a nuke. But they have payload delivery, and the nerve-wracking thing about that is, okay, Iran develops a nuke, right? But they know they're gonna get nuked if they use it. Kim Jong Un does not give a fuck who he bombs, so you give him a nuke. He has payload delivery where he can actually shoot a missile somewhere.
Right.
They knew North Korea. It was Iran the whole time. That was a strong possibility, of what we were concerned about too before, we obviously did what we did. I think what we did was necessary and needed to happen. It is concerning the overreaching of our government. There's been a few concerns in my personal life, of course, that I've been dealing with in terms of overreach when it comes to this administration. I fall dead in the middle when it comes to politics, right? I like to look at both sides. I like to know if what's the truth, right?
JFK for real.
But the thing is about that, man, is like, you look at both sides and you go, okay, you got people on the right who are kind of brainwashed the same way the people on the left are, where, he can do no wrong, or defending him in every single way in that right, where people on the left are, the same way. Yeah, exactly. So you gotta toe that line. But there's a lot of shit going on, man, and a lot that we can't concern ourselves with, but we need to be aware of.
Do you have any predictions on where you think this would be?
Like a parlay, like what's your over under?
No, I'm just asking him, like, he obviously knows a lot more than me. I'm asking him, what do you think would happen? Or what do you think are some of the possibilities, maybe the biggest possibility? Just to your opinion,
I mean, I have a few opinions of concerns that I have. I have a concern that Israel is taking the opportunity of being U.S. backed to get rid of their enemies. And we saw it with Palestine. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Palestine, I mean, I was a full supporter of Israel retaliating against Palestine after Palestine, what they did in October 23.
Yeah.
Okay. Full supporter. But it's a genocide what they're doing right now, currently. Yeah. They are decimating an entire group of people.
So you're saying they're taking that too far.
They have taken it too far.
Okay.
100%. Because the philosophy is how do you end this multi-hundred, I mean, you could even say 1,000-year, debate between it. You exterminate. That's what you do, right? You have to kill the belief from the root, which is going to be the fathers and their children.
And that's the biggest thing for me, bro. 1,000 years. There's kids or 8, 9.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know shit about that.
No.
Right.
They're just spawning in. They're figuring it all out,
But I get it, though, because really, if we were born there, we would be.
But the thing is if you decimate if you've killed their mother and their father, you can't leave the kid alive because it's going to
make them want to retaliate as they get older.
Exactly. So their whole idea is to kill them off. It makes sense in practice, as horrible as that is, or it makes sense in theory, but the practice of it, I was just talking to my dad about it this morning. I was like, man, maybe I'm a pussy because I would have said the same thing. That's how you fix the problem. But that's in practice, that's horrific.
Right.
Horrific. Yeah. And
because that's like the bottom line. That's like when it comes down to just, all right, how can we make this happen without any other thing?
And Palestine's not even their biggest enemy. They were just on their land, right? Or what they claim to be their land. Iran is their biggest enemy. So if you've got a U.S.-backed war, I'm scared of what's going to happen. What happened with Palestine is going to happen with Iran. And they're just going to try to eliminate them. And I'm not going to be pro genocide anything. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's the biggest thing, man. Like, a lot of lives are gone, and it's really upsetting to see, man, when people who don't even have anything involved with it getting fucked over.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But that's another theory that I have is I'm scared that that's going to happen. We disable Iran in any kind of way of defending themselves by attacking, and Israel being an ally, we're not going to stop them, obviously. We're going to keep funding it, and they're just going to decimate Iran as well. And what that might entail is you've got Iraq, Kuwait, you have all of these Middle Eastern countries that are going to rise up with Iran because that is their ally. Mm-hmm. And those are the people you don't want to fuck with, right? Those are the people that do have massive armies and, not compared to the U.S., but still, right? They have massive armies that can retaliate and retaliate hard. If we look at that, not even taking into account the Russia and China thing that we talked about, that's a possibility too. I mean, China is really has their eyes on other countries too, that they're just itching for any excuse to start something. And if something is happening in the Middle East and taking the UN's the United Nations focus and NATO's focus off of them, they're going to move in too. Mm-hmm. And they're going to side with anybody who lets them do it. So even if they have different beliefs and, whatever, they don't care. They're going to be like Japan in World War II. Hitler didn't like the way Japanese people looked anyway, but they were helping him. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the same situation where you have power plays that are outside of this conflict that could go on, and they would become allies just because they want to do their things over here. Same way with Russia. They want us to stop supplying Ukraine with any kind of additional aid. So if we have our focus over there and we're not focused on Ukraine, that's a good thing for Russia because they're going to not have our support anymore and they're going to move in on them.
I think I know a lot of people that I've seen, at least online, have been worried about what's going to happen. Do you think that would we ever see battle on our American soil? Or
Well, so
and I know that it's not to that point yet of us with us and everything, but I'm just saying, predicting everybody's talking about World War III. You know, if things really heat up and just boil.
If you look at compare it to the 60s.
Right? I stole your vape calm.
If you compare it to, we're kind of at a similar boiling point of where we were with like the Vietnam War, right? The U.S. government did not listen to the people, and you had very, very divided lines, and there was no gray area, right? You're going to Vietnam, and now you're a part of the service, and you're going to support it because you're fighting for it. You have to mentally, right? And then you have the people who don't, right? And they're not going to fully support it. They're not going to not fully support it. They're going to rebel against it, but you're not going to have... We have a different breed of, instead of hippies over here where it's peace and love, you have Antifa, you have all of these other factions that I don't want to name that are been feeding this boiling point, right? So what's scary is, let's say you do take the focus off of here in, in the nation, you could have a huge, finally a rip that happens between the left and the right, and there be some civil conflict. And because of that, that could be, I think that's the most likely form of war that we'll have here. But I also think, and as fucked up as this is, tragedy unites people, especially nations. Because they attacked us as a team, not individual parties. So I think there's definitely going to be some more terrorist activity that comes from this, because that's how they fight. And if that happens, and if we start seeing these cells that we are pretty sure is here already, there starts to be bombings, shootings, all this stuff. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it might be uniting. So it might quail that civil unrest, or it could make it worse. We don't know. So I think the fighting on our land is going to come from sporadic attacks or targeted attacks, and then the rest of it, if it does occur, is going to be here from our own people.
Okay.
My just that's
I got you.
But and I'm not super well versed on any of this as well.
Well, you certainly know a lot more than me, and I need to do my own research on it, because I've just been taking what the media's feeding me, and I don't want to be pulled one way or pulled the other. I do want to have. I'm with you on the whole middle ground thing. I would love to see peace. I do. I don't like war. I do think war is necessary. I think we've all kind of talked about that before in certain instances. So yeah, that's where I stand on it. I hope that it doesn't turn out to be World War III, man. I hope my boys don't get drafted. Man.
And if a draft does happen, immediately World War II, World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, you name it, Vietnam, they've all had the draft age go immediately from 18 to 25 to 18 to 40.
Right.
So if there is a draft, right, which we can talk about that a little bit, but if there is a draft, you ain't safe. Nobody,
Right, yeah.
they're gonna find a role for you.
They're gonna pull whatever they need to get the job done.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. But
But also was very different now, you
Yeah.
know, with technology that we have. You know?
Well, and I know that, and I even mentioned it earlier, but talking about the nukes and stuff, I like to think that, and this may be a stupid thought, I like to think that everybody kind of knows nuking is not, you nuke somebody, you're getting nuked, or you nuke somebody, you're causing terror, like, especially as Americans, like, we're supposed to go after the target, not the people, not, innocent civilians and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that I'm not too worried about, like, the whole nuking thing that people keep talking about.
that's cool.
Damn, nigga.
Fuck
Hey,
me.
man, here's the thing about the draft.
Yeah, just take it.
We have
Sure.
the biggest. We have the biggest military. In
I
the
was
world.
in. I was locked in.
I was here.
And he obviously wasn't, but it's all right. Take the conversation.
Dude, if you get drafted, this war's already over, bro. Like, we got the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and National. You're not gonna get drafted, bro. It's not gonna come to that. It's not. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. It's not gonna come.
I think it could at a certain point.
We have a very low percentage of personnel that are in the military right now. Like, we have not been working on expanding, especially the last 4 years. They
It's
actually were defunding the military.
And I get all that,
But we will have less ground troops. And I think we are over. Trump is not about winning hearts and minds, right? This ain't Bush. You know what I mean? He's not going to send in people to try to translate and change the culture. It's going to be annihilation of whatever country stands against us. And that's fun to say with your bravado. And you know what I mean? Like, I carry a big stick. I really believe in that. But I also think that that's
how big is it?
scary as fuck. If you've got somebody who's running things and goes, dude, we're going in to kill. You know what I mean? We're not going in for any kind of diplomacy. That's out the window. I think we're going to see less ground troops. We're going to see more, heavy artillery. We're going to see more bombardments. We were just talking about the amount of planes and fighters that we have compared to any other nation. He's going to take advantage of that. I do agree with that, where I think there's not going to be a huge draft of personnel for ground troops like infantry. There will be some, but and probably use what they got. But I do think that there's going to be logistical roles
Yeah.
that they're going to
Like,
fill.
Most people will be drafted to help make drones,
Yeah,
you know.
drones. I mean, similar to what we did before, man. That you may become a mechanic. You may
Yeah,
become
exactly.
exactly. So that there is need for that. So I don't think we would ever see. Hopefully, cross our fingers. I don't think we would see a battlefield if we did get drafted.
I don't see it, bro.
But-
I don't see it happen.
War takes a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
And there's just so many outcomes to it as well. That's the part where it's like, yeah, I'm on your side with the whole, I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't put it past being possible though.
And I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's we've never seen a war with Trump. We don't know what that looks like. Every administration is different. They have different plans. We have, in terms of the chain of command, like take, SOCOM, Special Operation Command. Special Operations is ran by some dog motherfuckers who have fought in Kabul when it was fucking bad, and they know what needs to be done in order to win. And if they set their sights on, hey, we're trying to win this war, they're gonna blitzkrieg that shit. Like, they are going to send everybody and everything they got, to win it. So, but we don't know what that looks like. So.
And that concludes another episode of the On Game Show podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. What the fuck do y'all say? Yeah. No.
All right, bye. Shit. Bye.
Damn.
Deuces, bro.
Yeah, shit, we rolling. Yeah.
You
What we
think,
playing
you think you
today,
run
man?
this show? What are you talking about,
What we
bud?
playing, man? What we-
Anyways, before
This isn't the first guest that tried to come on the show. but-
Yeah, and run shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
They never came back on.
just know if you're a guest, sit in your fucking place and shut your mouth. So anyways, real quick though, I do want to say, you guys comment what you think is gonna happen, maybe how you feel about that whole situation. And yeah, we'll leave that there.
Yeah, and this is gonna be 2 or 3 weeks ahead, so you know the climate may have changed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's gotten better.
I mean, shit, with that shit happening last night, shit can happen overnight. You never know, man.
Something after night.
Exactly.
So what do we have here, Rogers? What did you bring for us today?
Dude, I got something wild.
I did. See what you did there.
Let's see what you did there like that.
Uno All Wilds. I've never played this before. I like Uno.
I don't think have any of us played this.
No.
Never
Yeah.
played this.
It seems like it's for 4-year-olds,
Mhm.
right? Because there's no numbers, there's no colors.
Can't
It's
go wrong, here.
Here's the deck, guys.
all wilds.
All
So
wilds. There's like a
quite
reverse.
literally.
I guess
You know-
that's a double skip. I don't fucking know.
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Captain Crunch, but all crunch, like all berries or whatever.
That
they
was
call
my shit, bro. I
Yeah.
can't cap, bro. As a kid, man, that was my
it.
shit.
So this might be just as good, hopefully.
Dude.
Just off camera.
This fucking
cracking
goofball.
one.
It's not off camera. I mean, it's in camera.
You're in camera. Damn it!
By the way, Calm's a raging alcoholic.
Yeah, a raging, recovering alcoholic. Yeah.
Let's go, man.
All right, I don't even know why I'm.
I don't know. I'm just gotta.
All right, I guess 7. We're gonna keep the rules the same. So, but in other news, what's been going on with you guys, man?
Dude, I've been a celebrity the past like week or so, so I've just been, soaking in it. Life's been good. I keep having to talk to Holland every day. That shit kind of sucks. But besides that,
Off camera, we have some pretty nice talks, man. I don't know why you gotta be such a fucking dick.
I'll care we do have nice talks.
We do, bro. You treat me a lot better when we're not around other people. As soon as we get around other people, he's like, God damn, you're fat. And I'm just like, bro, fuck you, dude. God damn, how was your week? How was your day? Like,
But you know the thing about us, bro? I feel like I've known you my whole life. Like I'll say
yeah,
how I
as long as we both know that it's all jokes. I tell all my friends, if I don't talk shit about you, I don't really like you.
Because
Or I'm not comfortable enough with you. Because everybody I'm comfortable with, I crack jokes on them. Come on.
How long
It's just like your dad.
Yeah.
I think he actually thought that I was taking him too serious one time. He was like, man, I hope he knows. And I'm like, yeah, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. But
I love your dad, man. Good
Yeah.
dude.
He's great. He's great.
But yeah, man.
We
that,
talked for 2 hours in the Planet Fitness parking lot this morning about everything going on. Because a lot of people don't know this about me. Like, I was going in to like get my SO contract. I wanted to be a special operator, and I wanted to go Marine Recon. And I got with doctors, everything, and went into a heavy ass training regiment for like over a year. And I was going. My spot got delayed when I was supposed to go to MEPS because of COVID. And my dad was. It was the worst fight we've ever gotten into about me joining the military. He was so against it. We did not talk for like 2 weeks, which is crazy for me and my dad. I told him, I was like, look, this is a calling, all this stuff. And he goes, if it's such a calling and God wants you to go, let's go to the casino. And if it lands on green, you'll go join the military. Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah. So
Ryan,
we
man.
go, and he was like,
you mean you shot a loaded pistol right next to her?
Yeah.
You gotta marry her.
Same guy. Yeah. So we go to the casino, and he was like, if it lands on red, you stay in real estate school. If it lands on black, you go back to school, go back to college.
Mm.
And if it lands on green, you join the military. It was
Oh
black.
shit, he put that on green. He
Yeah.
said this shit better be a calling, bro.
Yeah. Hits black. I'm like, he's consoling me. He's like, it's going to be okay, all this stuff. Hits green the next spin. Yeah. And we talked about it this morning because he was like, I hope you understand that, like, because he's like, I'm sure it was confusing for you whenever you were wanting to join, when like everyone in your family has been veterans before. Like, he was in the Air Force for a number of years. My grandfather was a master chief, or a master gunnery sergeant in the Marines. He was like, I'm sure it was confusing for me to be like, don't join the military. He's like, but I'm sure you can get it now. And I was like, I do. I have a better understanding of, how fucked up war really is.
Mhm.
I wanted to go so bad.
I always recall back to the video that I seen of this guy who does a lot of the podcasts and talks about his military experience. And one of the biggest things that he said that really stuck with me was like when he was thinking about who he had killed one time, and he was just sitting there thinking like,
What's the color?
Green.
he was just sitting there like, if I was born there, I would have had a family. I would have thought the same things or very similar things to this guy. But because I'm on this side and he's on that side, I have to kill him. And that was part of the thing that I was like, damn. Like when you really think about it, like everybody thinks they're on the right side, or you would like to think, but you're still killing people. You're still eliminating people.
Exactly.
Um,
My grandfather was a tunnel rat in Vietnam. So he would go into the
Right.
tunnels, and there's a lot that I could go into on that. I'm not going to, but he saw some shit, like did some shit,
Mhm.
know.
You talking about the one that went in there with the fucking wire and had to choke people and shit?
Bitch.
Yes. David, but
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That
So,
was nice.
the
I return the favor.
So when I got his Foot Locker, he always had this green Foot Locker that he kept all of his personal everything in, like from around that time. And whenever I got it, I inherited it when he passed away. Inside it, man, I found some interesting stuff. I found a letter from a family that he had over there that we did not know about. He had a
Yeah, that's
kid
right, you
with
did say
somebody
that.
over there.
Yeah, I remember the story. Yeah,
And he found teeth.
yeah.
Or I found teeth.
That were from to count the eliminations.
The-
Kill confirmed.
Yeah.
KC.
He had some teeth. And some crazy shit, man. Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry.
Still count the eliminations.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, we need to send his ass to Iran, dude.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah.
Why? What are you talking about? That's what it was. They were counting the eliminations.
Speaking of the military, man, your guns are out. God damn, twice?
What are you-
Y'all gonna see me twice.
Why are you such a dick, dude?
Plus
Wow.
four.
Plus 4,
Wow.
asshole.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Can we stack? Are we stacking?
No, you can't stack.
Why
I'll tell you
can't we
that.
stack? Why can't we stack?
You're not playing that bullshit.
Oh my god.
It's only some wild, not all wild. Yeah, grab those 4, buddy. What do you mean by that?
Dude, we got to end black
Oh,
and white
nipples.
violence, bro.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Uno.
when people say guns out, they're usually talking about like the guns, but you're being a
No, I'm
fucking.
talking about-
See? Yeah, you're a fucking asshole, bro. How do we fuck this guy right now?
Huh? What?
Yeah, I don't get how to fuck him.
I can
Uh,
fuck him if y'all just like
yeah?
let it
No,
go back
fuck
to
him.
me.
Please, no.
Oh,
No.
perfect. Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, you might though.
Mm.
So the one with the target, the +2 or +4.
Yes. What is that? What is that?
You aim at the person that you want to. Have.
I do have that.
I'm sniping motherfuckers, bro.
360 no scope on him, bro. That's just crazy.
Uno.
Yeah.
Swap hands. Let me get that.
You fucking
Let me get
bitch.
that. Appreciate you.
God, I hate this, bro. This is ass.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
We
You see what I'm
lit.
talking about? You fucking dick, bro.
We lit.
Oh, I'm sniping, bro. That's all I'm doing now.
+2.
That's so whack.
So then he gets his +2, but then I get to play?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. How many you got over there?
Leave me alone.
I'll take it easy on you for right now.
Draw to the slide.
Hmm.
Me and Sly just spent a very intimate weekend together.
Yeah, why are we not talking
what?
about that? Tell us about the weekend.
One bed, one
Oh.
hotel, 207. Remember?
One bed, was that true? It was 206.
It was 207.
It was 207. Two beds.
2 beds.
2 beds, 2 queens.
A bed and a couch.
You,
Oh, okay.
Astro Best.
that's your best, dude.
Yeah, how was it? Well, go in depth. Goddamn.
Yeah.
You guys scared to talk or what?
Yeah.
Y'all went
I thought you were
viral,
about to
right?
talk. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, shit.
Man, you know, Houston, man. they
Who's it
own
on?
that- That's on you, actually.
Hmm?
I'm pretty sure.
I just wanted to interrupt you, asshole. Keep going.
Sorry, interrupt me and skip me.
Yeah. So
That's
keep
what the
going.
cameras is on today.
Keep going.
Nah, dude, Morgan Wallen. I've never been to a concert before, believe it or not. Any show I've been to, I've
Uno.
performed at.
You sure you've been to?
Shout to Uno. Stop interrupting me. Nah, yeah, man. Morgan was lit. Houston was amazing. There's so much options when it comes to food out there, man. Great. Have y'all been to Houston? You been to Houston?
Mhm.
It's just me. It was my first time.
Really?
You've never been to Houston.
I've never been.
How old
to
are you? Like
Houston.
33? And you've never been to
He's
Houston?
33.
I'm 30.
I'm
Yeah, he's 30.
25.
25? Seriously?
Yeah, I'm 25.
Is he 25? I think you're like 27.
25.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah.
I've definitely been highballing your age for a while. I definitely thought you were like 27, 28.
Yeah, 25.
Okay. Is it on me?
No, plus 2.
Fucking dick. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
I need to see how many y'all got.
Yeah, put your fucking cards on the
Whoa,
table, man.
why? What's that matter?
Cards on the
I got a
table.
few. I got a few.
Ain't no
Cards
hiding.
on the table. Cards
no
on the
hiding.
table.
Tight shit.
Ain't no hiding.
What you got there?
Tight shit.
He's got one. He's already called Uno. Type shit.
Okay. Uno.
Type shit.
Not true.
You got him, Sly? If not, I got him.
Oh.
Don't fuck me, because I got him.
Don't fuck him. I mean, don't fuck you.
Don't fuck me, unless you fuck him too.
Skip.
Hey, yo.
Okay. I got it. I told you I got it.
Death by Nui Nui.
Try to, asshole. Like, Nui.
Call back. Uno out. Dickheads. Woo!
When did you ever call Uno?
He did call me.
I've
on the
been
last
called
one.
Uno.
Yeah, he called on last.
Check
I knew
the
you
tape.
called Uno. Y'all both called Uno?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me that.
And that's how
Did you
you
have a slide?
I
win.
didn't.
Uno.
That's only.
All wild.
Let's get it.
That's literally
Sponsored by Hasbro.
Sponsored by Happy Dad.
This is my first time having a Happy Dad. This shit's kind of mid.
It's all right. Yeah, it's not bad.
Then again, I don't really drink seltzers.
Mhm.
Oh, it's gluten free. That's good.
I don't know why it's good, but it's good.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. Gluten free.
What are the people that need gluten free products? What is there like a disease or something? What's up with the whole gluten free thing?
Like, some people are allergic to gluten.
To gluten, seriously.
Gluten
Yeah,
allergy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, the So man, I went to Q Prom last night.
Q prom. What is that?
Q Prom. So
You're probably about to tell me, but I just wanted to rush you to telling me what it was. So.
Hey,
Well-
do me a favor, shut up. Yeah.
I really fucking hate assholes who think they're entitled to run this fucking show, bro.
anyway,
Cut that out, bro.
I'm not cutting it out. I'm not cutting it out. And don't stream his fucking music, bro.
link will not be in the bio.
Yeah, that one lost you the link in the bio, but I ain't plugging you in. Fuck no. Matter of fact, I'm blurring your face. That's all I What would you do?
Imagine the
What would you do?
What
What would you do
Yeah,
if you what would you do if you watched a whole episode or you clicked on an episode with you and you just blurred out the whole
Man,
time?
nobody watches this shit anyway.
You remember? You remember that episode of Black Mirror where like they get blurred and then when they talk,
White
it's
Christmas.
Yeah. That's how I would do
That's
your
a solid
voice too.
episode.
That would be some crazy editing though for me to
Yeah,
do. Just
that's some hate. That's not
That's-
right.
Hatred.
it's deep rooted, baby. What were we saying?
Why? Let's dive into that, yeah.
Because of all those fucking jokes, bro. It's deep rooted. Oh, goddamn! Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Everybody get quiet.
Can we take a break? This is a good break.
Take a break? No, we don't take breaks, bro. I'm ready to go eat dinner after this, man. It's a fucking Sunday, dude. I'm ready to go chillax with my
Sunday,
girl.
Monday, and
Give
we
me a
left
headache.
Houston.
Oh,
Why
hell
we leave
no.
Houston?
We shot for this shit.
Hell no.
Take what you get, son.
You
Oh
go to
shit!
Shades?
Nah, you
No.
should. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm seeing what you're seeing, Sly.
Hell dog.
Damn!
You'll get a few draw twos. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We're still gonna snipe you, bud. Yeah.
Good soldier.
Yeah, so basically it's like it's a prom, right? And
There you go. Everybody
do
toss back in. Let him reshuffle.
I'm not
I mean, if he's
Talking
gonna
like shit.
if he's gonna do it
That's
for
what I'm
him,
saying.
I like
yeah.
my hand.
reshuffle then. You pull your own.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
So-
well, fuck it, I'm keeping mine.
The yeah, we go to this dance, man, and dude, they had a badass alternative rock band there, and they were playing good shit, man. My Chemical Romance, they were playing Fall Out Boy, they were playing Green Day, AFI, Linkin Park.
A little Kings of Leon, put a little Kings of Leon in there. A little, this sex is on fire. Yeah.
So
No, they didn't play that.
no, they didn't.
Damn it.
It's not alternative, bro. It's just rock. So anyway,
Genres, there. It's kind of like gender.
so
fluid.
yeah, it's fluid. It's fluid. It's all about your perspective.
Do
You
I
know?
have to cut that out? Or we
So
good? Are we good?
anyway,
We're good.
dude, we're there.
I'm
and
keeping it in.
I want to talk about an experience that I had. So I'm standing next to this girl who is wearing. I'm gonna give you the fit, right? She's wearing a gas mask, okay, a hoodie. Mind you, it's 90 something degrees,
God.
right? She stinks to high heaven, bro.
Mm.
I am smelling it off of her 3 feet away. I'm like, dude, it's bad. She has a pride flag that has red lettering going on it. I don't know what it reads. I can't read it, right? But anyway, she looks like Antifa, right? Like,
In short.
she looks like Antifa, bro.
Bodies and teeth. Okay.
So anyway, I'm standing there with some friends, right? Mind you, 3 people at our table are gay, right? And
Which is
Is this to make you?
It's
Is this
pride,
to put you on the good side? Make
Well,
sure that.
Q prom is called queer prom, and I'm there.
Oh,
I'm there.
I was wondering what the fuck the Q was
Dude,
for.
I'm there.
we on the same.
If I showed up, I'm cool with you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just me being there,
Yeah.
I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's why like we go the full thing, right? So, and I invited you guys. Remember, I was like, "Hey, it might be
I
fun."
did not
you know,
get an
so
invite.
whatever.
I did not
I
get
did
an
not
invite.
get an invite.
Yeah.
I didn't get an
Anyway,
invite. I think you knew
So-
not. To,
so
he was like, "I'm
anyway.
not bringing Holland,
Check
bro.
my
He can't
phone
watch his
real
fucking
quick.
mouth."
No, I did bring it up though. I said that we were going to Q prom. I think you didn't know what it was, but I was like, "We're going to Q prom next Saturday." Yeah,
was
You
probably-
did say that. You did
I
say
said that.
you
Yeah,
said-
yeah.
you said
Anyway,
that
I know I
while we're
did.
here. Yeah, yeah.
I was probably just like, "That sounds gay."
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyway, it was
Pun
so like
intended.
it was really gay. So anyway,
Hey, fuck it.
I mean, my thing is, bro, like, I've had friends that are gay, bro. It don't bother me at all. I've had people that, whatever. My aunt is OG gay. Like,
OG gay.
bro,
I know what it
she's,
means.
she's 50 years old. She grew up and was gay from, like, when she was 13.
Like before the whole movement of the,
Before it was cool to be gay. Like,
Well, yeah, kinda.
The
It's,
She grew up-
it's just like you see
bro,
the,
she grew up in Monroe, Louisiana, trying to be gay in the 80s. That's a whole different
that might have been
environment
the
than what
best
it is
town to
now.
be gay. Though.
It's a-
no, definitely not.
No, but
Definitely
a lot of those people are the ones who aren't supportive of like the whole pushing movement of the LGBTQ and all that stuff. They're a little more like, "You're gay, we get it. I'm gay too."
Right, exactly, and that's kind of the stance that my aunt takes on it. And I'm not gonna speak for her on her full beliefs on it, but yeah. Anyway, setting the scene,
Mm.
right? I'm there. I'm a fucking, whatever.
Redneck.
Do your thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's 6 years.
So the people, remember I told you about the grilled cheese, right?
Yeah.
So dude,
Which sounds so good right now.
they had sourdough grilled cheese, handmade sourdough
Stop
bread.
it. Stop.
And he had the press, you know, like
Stop.
it's weighted, dude, dog. It was so good with homemade tomato basil soup.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine goes, "Hey, what kind of soup is that?"
Yeah.
Right? And I'm eating my grilled cheese, and they go, I was like, "Tomato basil with a grilled cheese, as God intended." That's what I said. She turns and she goes, "Are you serious? I don't like that."
Wait, who turns?
The Antifa bitch.
Antifa, yeah.
So she turns and she goes, "I don't like that." And I was like, I said, "Man, what do you mean?" Like, I wasn't even talking about anything, like, you know, and I was like, what don't you like? And she goes, "How are you going to bring up God in this environment?" Right? Like, that's a hateful thing. And I was like, to say God as God intended. And I was like, okay, for one, I was talking about sandwich.
Tomato basil fucking soup, bitch.
Yeah, as God intended. Yeah, so like,
It wasn't supposed to be tomato raisin soup. Like,
Yeah,
what are we
bro,
talking about?
for sure. Yeah, fucking those go together. You know, like it's yeah.
It's kind of like male and female. It just
Yeah.
goes.
wow. So
Leave me to
Notice how I
it,
said
baby.
nothing.
Leave it to me, baby. I got it. I'll take it. I'll take the hit, boys. It's
So-
all right.
So, but the thing is, bro, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like obviously supportive of the cause.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And like, you know, you're gonna attack me. You know, so she says, I was like, "Ma'am, I am not talking about anything other than a sandwich." I said, "And it's pretty disrespectful that you're gonna like talk about my religion like that." I'm like, you know, I'm not over here, you know, putting you in any boxes.
Right. Yeah.
She goes, "You just did. You called me ma'am." Right? Bro, I had the same reaction. So, yeah. And like, again, do what you want. I don't give a fuck. But like, don't drag me. Don't offend me over talking about a sandwich in my religion. And two, I don't give a fuck about your pronouns, right? Like,
Okay.
I don't give
You're
a fuck.
going there.
If you're gonna attack me,
Yeah.
don't immediately assume that I know what your pronouns are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I was literally defending myself. If you have different pronouns, I'm gonna respect that in a respectful way. If you don't respect me, don't expect respect.
Yeah.
That's all
absolutely.
I'm saying.
I'm on the
So-
same boat.
So like, that's
Glad I
my
wasn't
thing,
there.
bro. Like, I'm obviously supportive. I'm here. I'm all about what you're,
I'm queer.
bro. So I mean, dude, like, my thing is like,
They gonna edit that. They definitely gonna take that.
let me back up because that sounded insensitive. If someone, you know, has different pronouns, I'm gonna respect it. But this lady was not being respectful, okay, to my religion, which I take seriously, okay. And I'm not at all saying, you know, like, I'm not diving into the whole, you know, God thinks gay people are wrong thing. Dude, you know, like, miss me with that. Miss me with all that. You can believe what you want to believe, whatever. I have friends. I support them. All that stuff. But, bro, that's the reason why you won't get respect from, like, even the people who are on your side.
I was about
You're
to
gonna
say,
fight with them.
You're about to get me started, bro, and I don't want to.
It's crazy. The hypocrisy is insane from both sides, bro.
Yeah, because
Like,
like you said though, and they'll fight with each other because as soon as somebody mispronouns, miss whatever, then they're suddenly fighting each other. It's
You want?
no, I'm not even gonna get started because I don't want to. I don't want to say
to
I have no
pivot-
filter with that shit.
To pivot off of this, there's a really great show on Apple TV called Stick. If y'all have Apple TV,
I don't.
Owen Wilson, you know,
I like Owen Wilson.
It's a really
it me?
fucking
No, it's back to him.
great show.
What's it about?
It's about golf. It's actually about
Wow.
golf, and
But how are you gonna say that bringing up God? How are you gonna say that bringing up God in that place is automatically offensive? I don't get that. What do you mean? How is bringing God into a situation automatically offensive?
Well, and you know, like, I agree, bro, 100%. Because I mean, bro, if you ask my opinion, I'm gonna tell you I'm a Christian 100% of the time. I don't care if you got a gun in my head. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Right? I believe what I believe.
Gun to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
believe,
I'm not denying my faith.
when you believe you know why you're here, you'll die for a lot of.
Gun to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Do you realize how deep religion goes, bro?
I understand, but like gun to your head.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love my life more than I love God.
That was just like
So,
no.
I'm gonna.
Hell
That's
no.
so good. That's so great that you bring that up because there was a
It's
whole
a
debate.
good point, though. I did bring it
is.
up. Yeah.
And there was a debate with Jordan B. Peterson, and I think it was a college student or recent graduated, and he was asking him, like, well, if somebody had the same question, he was asking like, would you still stand by it? He was like, absolutely, like because, dude, like you think about it, you truly believe there is a higher power that
You're
if that
going
gun
to
is to
him
your
after you
head,
die.
that's. And for some people, that's more of a sign from God. It may be my time.
That's a test
like-
of faith.
Yeah. If you give up on your faith as soon as something like that happens, you don't really have faith because you don't know. Then you don't truly believe you know where you're going after you die.
Yeah.
And it's okay to not know. Like, it's okay to like, because that's what faith is. Faith
Mhm.
is an individual, and your experiences is what, you can believe that you go through hard times, but you also, I believe that God puts me in the hard times that prepares me for harder times.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
He's going to give me everything that I can handle and learn from it. If I pray to be stronger, He going to put things that are going to make me weak. You know what I
And
mean?
the way that I see it, everything happens for a reason. And if that's where I'm at, that's where I'm supposed to be at. Even if that sounds wild to you,
No.
it's
I mean, gun to your head is kind of crazy, but
Well,
I
It's
see-
not.
I see where,
It's not.
I see where
it happens a lot, unfortunately.
it's not. It's not at all.
I see where you're coming
It's
from.
crazy that they're holding a gun to your head about your religion. To me,
Well, it's
More
like
than-
when they went into, was it Sudan? I think there was this. They gathered up all the Christians and they were like, "You're gonna convert or you're gonna die."
Yep.
And they put them on video and they were like, "Do you convert? I'm not gonna spark anything. Do you convert to this religion, or do you not? Are you still a Christian?" And they go, "I'm still a Christian." Bam, done. Next person.
Yeah.
And I brought this up at a youth group I used to teach. So when this was happening, and because I always thought I was like, these kids, sure, they're immature in their actions, but they're immature in their actions, but they can comprehend
Mhm.
more. And I was like, let's mix it up. I'm like, you're encountered with a life-threatening, issue where somebody says compromise your faith or you're gonna die. What's your answer? I don't want any of those kids to say there is no right answer because your faith is your own,
right.
right? And I think you just have to be at a different experience in your life or a different level of faith based on your experiences to give whatever answer you're going to give. If you catch it early and you haven't been through enough tribulations to understand that there is something higher than yourself, you're probably going to give whatever answer is going to keep you alive.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not going to hate on it. You know what I
Which is
mean?
understandable. I mean, because you have to believe it in your core at the end of the day. Like you have to truly believe in your core, your answer. That's just like, saying that you're Christian or whatever, but some people struggle with the faith. Like some people aren't fully committed. They don't fully believe, what I'm
It's
saying?
like when Pharaoh asked you to step into the flame, man, and you step into the flame because you got so much faith that God's going to protect you.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you're off your phone now? That's great. He was addressing you and then you got on your phone.
What the fuck? What just happened?
I was just giving you communication skills.
I am curious about what you were watching, though.
Yeah. What was more important than the podcast?
I'm kind of going through like a breakup right now, so it's like, there's a lot.
You
of
want to
shit.
talk about that?
We can switch the topic to that, yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. we can
I
talk about
just, he was addressing you, and then you got on your phone. I was just like, that's a little weird.
I feel like y'all was having a beautiful conversation. I was trying to stay out of it for camera's sake and whatnot.
You got it,
Why?
bud.
Wow,
I want you involved. Man. I do.
Holy hell.
Who's,
Breakups suck.
What? Yeah, yeah.
What?
I was gonna say whose turn is it?
He's like, bro, get the game going, bro.
I'm probably gonna win this round. So, we can talk about the breakup stuff. Also, yeah. Who's next?
Whoever wants to go, shit, at this point.
Back to Holland, I guess.
All right, so you just got you're going through a breakup.
No.
How do you feel?
I mean, man, thing about it is, unfortunately for me, I have been dumped more times than I've been a dumper. I don't know about you boys, but
I would say that's true for me too.
yeah, man, I'm pretty used to it. You know, I know the stages of grief or breakups and whatnot.
Yeah, keep going.
Dude, you know, I don't know.
What stage are you in?
Bargaining, I guess.
Bargaining. I didn't know that was a stage. Holy shit.
No, I mean, it is a stage of grief, but I mean.
Oh, yeah.
True. Yeah. Dude, so I'm very.
Like,
Do they know that you're married? Do they like?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy for both of y'all, but I just don't think that a relationship is really for me. I think I'll just be single
Your whole life or just right now?
my whole life. I think.
You think?
I appreciate my guys and my music and my family way more than I'll ever appreciate like some girl. I don't know.
I think
what
what you just said is kind of the problem, though. Like, and I'm not trying to say, I mean, dude, look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you need to go get a girlfriend. You don't need to be single. Like, bro, I've even had those thoughts before myself of just being single my whole life. But I do think that there is somebody out there where you genuinely love them so much that it's not just some girl. Like, that's kind of like what you just said, that's kind of defeating the purpose of love, of committing to somebody. Like, it's a big commitment. I think you're maybe not ready, which is totally fine, bro. You're not 30, opposed to my beliefs. I mean, it's not
30 and single over here, dude.
Hey, you're not 40.
That seems like a directly call out.
You're not 40. God damn it! No, it was because I thought he was like damn near 30, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I've talked to you about this shit, bud. Come on. No, seriously though. I think that it's maybe just not the time for you right now. Maybe it wasn't the woman. There's a lot of aspects that go into that. I think that it's a little extreme, personally, and I'm not talking anything of you. I think it's extreme to say I'll probably be single my whole life when you're 25.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Fucking barely in there.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but I also agree. I had this conversation with my wife, and because for me, I've always wanted kids, you know, and currently she does not want kids, right? And I think it comes down to what do you want to experience out of humanity? Like, what do you want your human experience to be like? And to me, I want to experience love as deep as it will go, because I think love is a beautiful thing. And I don't think you can experience true, unfiltered love until you have a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that starts with, but not everyone's meant to experience that. So I think if like you want the solo dolo experience on yourself, the wealth, the fame, the all of that, and that's the experience you're going for, you know, at that time where you're at, that might be best for you. You know?
It's so hard, bro, because I love everybody at this table. Like,
We love you too.
no cap. And dude, when we were at Trill Burgers, that's enough for me. I don't really need anything else. I just need to know that my people are okay.
Do you ever get overwhelming feelings of loneliness from not having a woman at times or not?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Well, and like from my experience, that was part of what drove me to have a woman, is because I would be alone and I wanted to have a female.
Hey, y'all both have great women. Like, I'm not knocking that from you.
Yeah, and she's great. And
It took a while to find.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, fuck. Yeah.
Lots of trial and error.
I have to think about that every time we fucking argue. I gotta think, God, I worked so hard to get here.
That's so hard to do.
Yeah, seriously. But I mean, I agree with Rogers, bro. I mean, it may not be in your cards at all. Like, there is some people who just never get married. There's some people who even commit to somebody but without marriage. There's so many different ways that people do it. I personally am speaking from bias because I grew up in a household with my mother and father. They showed me how that household worked for them, and that trickled down to me as like, that's what I want to do. I want to have a wife. I want to have a house. I want to all of that because that's just what I witnessed and what I thought was best. But I still have those thoughts, or have had those thoughts of like, you know, maybe I'm not supposed to be like my parents. Maybe I'm not supposed to have all of that. Obviously, I'm on the path right now of having that. But I just think it's extreme to say that you'll never have one. I think right now with the path that you're headed on, it's not in your favor. You're not ready for that commitment. You're not ready for that journey. You're focused on your music, like you said.
Yeah,
focus on your music. Focus on all of that.
And
There's nothing wrong with finding a woman at 35, 40,
No,
50 years
not
old. It doesn't matter
wrong with that at all.
when you find them.
and I think there's a lot to be said because some of my best times in my entire life have been single, right?
Yeah, me
And
too.
yeah,
Me
but
fucking too.
I will say this: you find your individuality by being an individual, right?
yeah,
But whenever you feel like you know that enough and you invite another person in, especially to your home, your life, where they're with you all the time, they bring something. If you find the right one, they bring something that is sometimes completely opposite of what you are, and it's exactly what you needed.
dude, I mean, it's just like what I was telling you about color.
I tell Lizzie that all the time. I'm like,
Color,
it's
man.
color, bro.
It's
She's
color.
the color of my life. You know, like she brought in that whole different background that I never thought I even wanted. You know, but you can also find that through your friends, through the connections that you make,
Yeah.
through the art that you create. Some of the best artists ever died alone.
And that was the way it had to be because they couldn't sustain a healthy relationship when they're in the studio literally 24/7. Some of them doing fucking heroin and coke and shit, you know. But they're doing all types of shit that just doesn't fit that lifestyle.
Yeah, bro.
You know, and you kind of, that's the hard part is kind of choosing what lifestyle is for
But
you.
you're also a lover boy.
I am a lover boy.
So
Indubitably. I don't know, man.
You know,
We'll
and
see
it
where it goes.
I think you should just be on your player shit, bro. And I say player as in not like some people take that the wrong way as in just like playing women, but being a player playing the field. Just like you just talking to different people, being open to the experiences of talking to another female or whatever it may be. Just being open to it. I don't want you to just close it off like, no, I don't ever want a girlfriend, boom, boom. I want you to just understand that you never know what the next card is going to be dealt to you. So you don't want to block off.
speaking of
those
next
avenues.
card dealt, who's
It's on you. It's on you.
oh cool.
It usually gets
It's on
dumped on you.
Damn.
That's a double steal.
Shit.
So that skips both of y'all, yeah?
no, yeah, it's
Skips, y'all
You gonna hit me with a +2 after I gave you another turn?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going the
100%.
All right.
It went that well.
That sounds
Y'all
good.
are actually going the wrong way though, because I had
Yeah.
done a flip, so we were actually going that way. So that should have blocked him and then been me. But it's
Oh,
all right.
okay.
We can keep it
Well-
rolling like this because it's already played. That was you that played the +2
Yeah.
on him.
Just
Let's
cut
keep
that
going
out.
this way.
Just cut that out.
so we're going this way.
So he drew 2, so it's on me.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Turning it around. Other way.
Fucking CJ
Yeah,
over
go
there.
ahead.
Clockwise.
Yeah, that's called karma. It's spelled Karma.
I go by calm down.
But yeah, man. I want to go back to what we were talking about with that though. With the stage that you're in. What were you saying about that bargaining? What do you mean by that? Or do you if you want to? If I ask anything that you
No,
don't want to
no,
go
no.
into.
I just played that by the way.
As long as we're gonna talk about
Back to
slavery, like it should be fun. And that's an inside joke. Y'all never get that.
By the way, I never got how much.
Is it on me?
It's on you, buddy.
Okay. No, dude, I'm just trying to make sense of everything. And somebody had a really great quote, and I'm not gonna fucking quote it correctly, but
To the best of your knowledge.
to the best of my knowledge, sometimes heartbreak is just your brain trying to make sense of everything that just happened. And I had a pretty wacky breakup. Like, I'll tell you off camera.
I'll say.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'll say.
wacky.
He got fucked over like big time, like multiple different ways.
No, I think we actually talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I brought it up.
So, you know, dude, maybe I'm just telling myself like, oh, my friends are all I need. But I'm getting through it every day. Every fucking day. I'm trying to make sense of it and make light of it. So it's cool.
It's all good.
I feel like it's a big change. Like once you start getting used to having somebody.
Well, and also you opened yourself up.
Yeah, and I
you
don't
know,
do that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
normally do that.
Yeah, and that's the part that sucks because, and then the more you invest into somebody, the more it makes you not want to invest in somebody else.
You
Yeah.
posted something the other day that I think I actually slid up on and was like, dude, yeah, it said on there you got to have 3 real breakups
Yeah.
before you find the real one.
Yeah.
And it's funny because immediately all 3 of them, the names came in my head.
Mhm.
And I was like, and it lined up perfect. And I was like, that's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
You may just need that, you know, because every little scar, I'll tell you this. I used to be
It's your time.
Mr. Lovey-dovey, bro. I used to be writing letters, having it in their book bags, like all this stuff, right? I got hurt a few times.
Sorry.
I literally don't do that shit and don't think about it. It eliminated a part of me that was like,
Man, for me, it's like I just don't know if I can like go through another talking stage. I don't know if I can go through another talking stage, man. I would get with an
Double
ex
skill.
before. Wow, that's crazy. I'd get with an ex before I fucking talk to somebody new again.
Uno.
You think?
Yep. I know.
Yeah, but the talking stage is fun.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
Kinda
I do
is.
not care what your favorite color is. I care what your favorite color is.
It kind of is though. Like, I mean, the talking phase. That's when like the
Oh, wow.
wow. Alright. Yeah, playing it like that.
Wow, dude. Hey, get back on them.
Yeah.
I won't say that going back to an ex is that on me?
Yep. Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's also spelled K-A-R.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways. I was fucking saying, dude. God damn.
Yeah, what are you saying? What are you saying?
I think we've all been through. There is a defining breakup, or 2 breakups for me that have like defined how I treat relationships, and you know,
No. That skips him.
No. It's going that way.
Why do y'all
Wait,
keep
I'm
skipping
sorry.
it?
Y'all two just now.
Yeah,
because that's the
yeah.
game.
Dude, I just skipped Rogers.
No,
I just
You didn't.
No,
You
you
skipped
skipped me.
Sly.
He made you pull +2.
What the fuck? God damn, dude.
Don't bring God up. Really here?
On a podcast?
It's on you, right?
I guess. I don't fucking know,
It's going
dude.
towards you.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Oh no. You gotta draw 2.
He did get you, bud.
Draw your 4 first.
Yeah, draw your 4 first, bitch. I'm going down. You're going down with me, asshole.
All right, your turn, Roger.
Anyways, to wrap that up, calm.
How many you
Whatever.
5.
Damn,
Oh, shit.
my call.
Nah, he knew. Oh God, he knew the exact number.
You called it up, didn't you?
Damn.
You know what? I'm gonna let you live.
All right, cool.
No. Dude, we need to flip this bitch, bro. Sly's a lot nicer. Wait, who's it on? Is it on me?
It's on you,
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Oh, Cowboy.
I call it Cowboy.
Yeah, you do, don't you, bud?
Oh my gosh, man. What's another topic we can bring up, man?
God damn, dude.
Give me that.
Ah! Ah!
I don't know. I said we run this last
Oh.
in.
Give me that. Give me that. Yeah. Yeah.
Winner.
No!
Dumbass.
You're
Dumbass.
You're fucking dumb, bro.
I had a card for him too, man.
I had a card for him.
You should have played it.
Yeah. Not looking at all the pieces of the book. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Paying attention. I saw what you. I was like, okay.
Sly
we
did
gonna switch
say.
this up.
Sly was like, man, I think I'm gonna win this one. He was watching that whole table, man. He had y'all on lockdown.
That's crazy.
No, man. I say, we're over an hour. We're probably in an hour 20 now. We can go ahead and wrap up, boys. I don't want too much.
Thank you so much for joining us. This has been the On Game Show. We really appreciate you tuning in, and we talked about some pretty heavy topics today. Comment down below what you think about anything that we commented. My experience, my what you think the political climate's going to look like, where it's at in 2 weeks, whenever this airs. But be a good one. You know what that feels like. We need that more than ever. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Thank you guys.
Peace.
Peace.